Before I reveal these 3 words, I need to issue a serious warning. What I'm about to share isn't a manifestation technique. It's not a spiritual practice. It's not even a method. It's a direct activation key to the quantum field itself, a specific verbal sequence that creates an immediate restructuring of reality at its most fundamental level. This isn't hyperbole or marketing. It's a documented phenomenon that combines quantum linguistics, sacred geometry of sound, and what physicists call observer-dependent reality. These 3 words, when spoken with specific intention, create a measurable shift in the quantum probability field surrounding the speaker, a shift so powerful that it can instantly dissolve energetic blockages that have persisted for decades, reorganize neural pathways related to abundance and limitation, create synchronistic events that defy statistical probability, accelerate manifestation to near-immediate fulfillment, bypass conscious and unconscious resistance simultaneously. Why the extreme caution? Because this activation doesn't ask permission. It doesn't gradually adjust your vibration. It doesn't give your ego time to adapt. It creates an immediate quantum collapse that restructures your reality according to your deepest intentions, not your surface desires. This is why many who've used these words report experiences that initially seemed challenging, but ultimately served their highest evolution. The quantum field doesn't respond to what you think you want. It responds to what you truly are. And these 3 words remove the buffer between those 2 realities. The first key insight is understanding what words actually are at the quantum level. Modern science has confirmed what ancient traditions knew. Words are not merely symbolic representations. They are actual vibrational patterns that interact directly with the quantum field. The specific combination of sounds, intentions, and neurological activation created by certain words generates what quantum linguists call morphic resonance, vibrational patterns that restructure the underlying information field of reality. The second key insight is that certain word combinations create what mathematicians call golden ratio harmonics, sound frequencies that align precisely with the fundamental patterns of creation itself. These harmonics don't just communicate meaning. They transmit organizational intelligence directly to the quantum field. The third key insight is that the power of these words doesn't come from their dictionary definition, but from their vibrational signature when spoken with clear intention. This is why translation to other languages doesn't diminish their effect. The power is in the consciousness behind the words, not merely the sounds themselves. Now, before I reveal these 3 words, you must understand the responsibility they carry. Once activated, the quantum field responds not to what you say you want, but to what your entire being is aligned with. If there are contradictions between your conscious desires and subconscious programming, these words will bring those contradictions into immediate resolution, sometimes through experiences that your ego might initially resist. This isn't a technique to be used casually or with trivial intentions. It's a direct communication with the intelligent field that underlies all creation. Are you ready? The 3 words that activate the quantum field are I am that. Now, your initial reaction might be skepticism. These words seem too simple, too common to carry the power I've described. But their power isn't in their novelty or complexity. It's in their precise alignment with the fundamental structure of consciousness itself. I am establishes your identity as a localized expression of universal consciousness. That creates quantum entanglement between your individual awareness and whatever you're focusing on. Together they form what physicists call a self-referential loop in the quantum field, a pattern that allows consciousness to modify its own expression in physical reality. The specific protocol for using these words requires precise application to activate their full potential. Here is the exact method. Step 1. Quantum preparation. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Place your hands palms up on your thighs. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. With each exhale, feel yourself releasing all preconceptions about what is or isn't possible. This creates the neutral quantum state necessary for the words to function as direct field instructions rather than merely psychological affirmations. Step 2. Intention clarification. Before speaking the words, you must establish absolute clarity about your intention. This isn't about visualizing what you want. It's about connecting with the essence of what you're choosing to embody. For example, if abundance is your focus, don't picture specific amounts of money. Instead, feel the essence of unlimited supply, the state of being where all needs are met effortlessly. If healing is your intention, don't focus on eliminating specific symptoms. Connect with the essence of perfect functioning, the state of vibrant well-being that is your natural condition. This essence-based focus is crucial because the quantum field responds to patterns of being, not specific material outcomes. Step 3. Quantum activation. Once your intention is clear, open your eyes halfway, maintaining a soft focus. Then, with absolute conviction, speak these words: I am that. As you say I am, feel your identity as pure consciousness, beyond your name, your history, your body, or any limited self-concept. As you say that, feel complete unity with the essence of your intention, not as something you're trying to attract, but as something you already are. The key is speaking these words not as an affirmation you're trying to believe, but as a recognition of what is already true at the quantum level of reality. This distinction is what transforms these words from psychological suggestion to quantum field activation. Step 4. Quantum integration. Immediately after speaking the words, close your eyes and experience the shift in your energetic field. Most people report immediate sensations, a tingling or warming throughout the body, a subtle pressure at the crown of the head, an expansion in the chest or heart area, a momentary suspension of thought, a wave of emotion, often unexpected. These sensations indicate that the quantum field is reorganizing in response to your activation. Remain in this state for at least 108 seconds, the precise time required for the initial wave of quantum reorganization to stabilize in your consciousness. During this period, make no effort to direct or control the process. Simply witness the shifts occurring throughout your being. This protocol should be performed no more than once in a 24-hour period. The quantum field requires time to fully implement the reorganization initiated by these words. Using them more frequently can create what physicists call quantum interference patterns that actually delay manifestation. Now, here are the specific cautions that must be observed when using these words. First, never use this activation for purposes that violate free will or intend harm to any being. The quantum field operates through perfect correspondence. Any intention to manipulate or control others will create an immediate corresponding limitation in your own experience. Second, be prepared for rapid change that may initially appear as disruption. When you activate the quantum field with I am that, anything inconsistent with your intention begins to dissolve immediately. This can manifest as unexpected life changes. Relationships that no longer serve you may end abruptly. Career paths may suddenly close or open. Living situations may change with surprising speed. Health conditions may experience healing crises before resolution. These aren't negative side effects. They're the necessary reorganization of your reality to align with the essence you've activated. Third, understand that this activation creates what quantum physicists call non-local causality, effects that appear without visible connecting causes. This means the changes in your reality may come through completely unexpected channels that your logical mind couldn't have anticipated. Don't limit the quantum response by expecting specific mechanisms of fulfillment. Fourth, recognize that the power of these words increases with each activation. Your first experience may be subtle, but as the quantum field recognizes your vibrational signature, subsequent activations create increasingly powerful effects. This is why starting with essence-based intentions rather than specific material outcomes is strongly recommended. Begin with activations focused on states of being. I am that. Peace. I am that. Clarity. I am that. Wholeness. I am that. Connection. As your experience with the process deepens, You can move to more specific intentions, always focusing on the essence rather than the form. Now, let me address the skepticism you may still be feeling. How can 3 simple words create such profound effects in physical reality? The answer lies in understanding what physical reality actually is. Quantum physics has conclusively demonstrated that matter isn't solid substance, it's organized information, patterns of probability held in coherence by consciousness. Your experience isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. These 3 words, I am that, directly address the consciousness that organizes these probability patterns. They aren't magical incantations, they're precise instructions to the quantum field about how to organize itself in your experience. The caution I've emphasized isn't because these words are dangerous in themselves. It's because most people dramatically underestimate the creative power of their own consciousness when it's freed from its habitual limitations. When you declare I am that with clear intention, you're not hoping for change, you're not affirming a desired future, you're not asking for assistance, you're recognizing a quantum truth that already exists and bringing it into your conscious experience. This recognition carries creative force that reorganizes reality at its foundation. Begin with this practice today. Start with essence-based intentions. Follow the protocol exactly as described. Observe the changes with open awareness. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use these words not to escape challenges or acquire possessions, but to align your experienced reality with the highest truth of who you are. The quantum field awaits your instructions. Choose them wisely. If you found this activation powerful, I invite you to explore my video Key 4. The Hermetic Key to Instant Manifestation, where I reveal the ancient principle that explains exactly why these 3 words have such immediate effects on the quantum field. Share in the comments your experience after using this activation. What shifts did you notice? What synchronicities appeared? Your insights might help others understand the proper application of this quantum tool.